July 5th, 1994 was the day when the world-renowned writer said goodbye to the whole world, where he found a space for himself and for all the little creatures. Vaikom Muhamed Basheer was born on January 21st, 1908 in Talayola near Vaikom, Kottayam district, to Koi Abdul Rahman, a timber merchant, and his wife Kunyatuma as their eldest child. When he was studying in 5th standard, he ran away from school to see Mahatma Gandhi, who came to Kerala then. That was the turning point in his life. He went to Ernakulam by walk and started to Calicut by cart and got into freedom fighting. In 1930, he took part in Salt Satyagraha that took place in Calicut and was arrested and sent to Kannur prison. Basheer was known for his secular attitude, and he treated all religions with respect. He became inspired by stories of heroism by revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar, and Shivram Rajguru, who were executed while he was in jail. Once free from prison, he organized an anti-British movement and edited a revolutionary journal, Ujjivanam, because of which an arrest warrant was issued on him and he left Kerala. He spent 7 years of his life outside Kerala. He wandered all around the world, doing whatever work that seemed likely to keep him from starvation. He worked as a loom fitter, fortune teller, cook, newspaper seller, fruit seller, sports goods agent, and so on. He lived with Sufi mystics and Hindu saints in Himalayas and Ganges basin. There were times when there was not even water to drink and any food to eat. He even came face to face with death. And for 5 years, he did menial jobs in cities like Ajmer, Peshawar, Kashmir, and Calcutta. He returned to Ernakulam in the 1930s and tried many jobs, like washing vessels in hotels. He found his father's business bankrupt when he went back home. Later, after an accident recovery, he found an office of newspaper, Jayakesari, whose editor was also its sole employee. He did not have a position to offer, but offered to pay money if Basheer wrote a story for the paper. Thus, Basheer found himself writing stories for Jayakesari, and it was in this paper that his first story, Ende Thankam, My Darling, was published in the year 1937, a path-breaking in Malayalam romantic fiction. It had its heroine, a dark-complexioned hunchback. Later, he made a career as a writer. Initially, he published his work by himself and carried them to homes to sell them. He ran 2 bookstores in Ernakulam, Circle Book House and later Basheer's Bookstall. After Indian independence, he showed no further interest in active politics. Basheer got married in 1958 when he was over 48 years old, and the bride, Fatima, fondly called by Basheer as Fabi, combining the first syllables of Fatima and Basheer, was 20 years of age. The couple had a son, Anis, and a daughter, Shahina, and the family lived in Beypore. During this period, he also suffered from mental illness and was twice admitted to mental sanatoriums. He wrote his famous work Pathumayude Aadu while undergoing treatment in mental hospital in Thrissur. The second spell of paranoia occurred in 1962 after his marriage When he had settled down at Beypore, he recovered both times and continued his writings. Basheer, after he wrote about his later days life in Beypore as a Sultan, died there on July 5th, 1994 at the age of 84, survived by his wife and children. Fabi Basheer outlived him for over 2 decades and died in July 15, 2015 at the age of 77 by pneumonia attack. His life itself is his writings. Anyone can understand his language. Any common man who can read Malayalam can understand his language and style. That is why when his characters laughed, we too laughed with them. And when his characters wept, we too did. And when his characters kept a kind of pain on their hearts, we too had the same feeling. How can a Malayali who read Balika Saki can forget Majid and Suhra, their love, and who can forget Patuma in Patumeda Ada and the very little characters and even the depiction and the true depiction of nature and the little creatures in the nature are amazing in his works. His work Madilugal was made into a movie and it won Kerala State Film Award for the best story. Madilugal, Bhargavi Nilayam and Balika Halasagi all were made into movies, and he won Calicut University Day of Letters Award, Samskara Deepam Award, Muttatu Vakki Award, Prem Nasir Award, Lilithambiga Antarjanam Award, Vallathol Award, Sahitya Academy Fellowship, Central Sahitya Academy Fellowship, and he won Padma Shri in the year 1982.